You know, it feels like the internet is kind of creaking under the weight of its own success. What started as a system for just sending files is now really straining to keep up with what we all want: instant, interactive, live experiences. It's pretty clear a new kind of infrastructure is needed, and it's called the experience stack. Today, we're going to dive into how this fundamental shift is changing, well, everything.
So the first question we really have to ask ourselves is this: is our current setup, our current infrastructure, really built for what's coming next? Because the future isn't just on the horizon, it's already here, and believe me, it is demanding a lot more than ever before.
Okay, let's talk about some numbers. And this isn't just a big number, it's a completely game-changing number. $1.2 trillion. That's the projected value of the live streaming market in less than a decade. The opportunity here is absolutely massive, but guess what? So is the challenge.
And look, this isn't some slow and steady shift, it's an explosion. We're on a path to see the live streaming market grow by nearly 10 times in under a decade. That's a compound annual growth rate of almost 28%. That kind of pressure, well, it puts the very foundations of the internet under some serious strain. So what we're really witnessing is a fundamental change in what the internet is for. It's evolving from this passive delivery system, a network of tubes for just moving files around, into this living, breathing layer for dynamic, real-time engagement.
The days of predictable, easy-to-manage traffic patterns are just over. Today, any platform can suddenly find itself with a Super Bowl-sized audience at a moment's notice. And that's not the exception anymore. It's the new normal. It's the new reality we have to build for. And when the old way of doing things slams into this new reality, it breaks. And I'm not talking about minor glitches or a little bit of slowdown. We're talking about legitimate existential threats to your business.
First, there's the quality of experience. I mean, let's be honest. Viewers today have absolutely zero tolerance for buffering or lag. One bad experience and poof, they're gone. Then you've got piracy, which is a total operational nightmare now, hijacking your delivery paths and just inflating your costs. And finally, there's this huge demand for interaction. Live stats, polls, gaming, that older models, they just can't handle it at scale.
This really shows the night and day difference. On one side, you've got your traditional content delivery network, the old CDN, which was basically built to store copies of files in a few places. It's kind of like a one-lane road for data. But on the other side, you have the modern AiCDN. Think of this more like a superhighway. It's distributed, it's intelligent, and it is designed for the chaos of real-time dynamic content.
So, the big question is, how do we get from that old model to the new one? Well, the solution is a fundamental rebuild of the internet's delivery infrastructure. It's a 3-layer architecture, and it's called the experience stack.
The easiest way to think about it is like building a house, right? You start with a super solid foundation. Then you add all the smarts to make it a real home. And finally, you get to have fun with the design and what you can do inside. Each layer is absolutely essential, and they all work together to create something pretty amazing.
So that foundation, layer 1, it's all about rebuilding from the edge. The idea is actually simple, but it is incredibly powerful. Move both the content and the computation as close to the end user as you possibly can. This is really the only way you can kill that dreaded latency for real-time experiences.
And listen, this isn't some far-off trend we're talking about. It is happening right now. The amount of data being processed out at the network's edge is just exploding. We're seeing it jump from only 10% just a few years ago to a projected 45% by next year. The move to the edge is real, and man, it is accelerating.
Now, a powerful architecture is great, but it's not enough on its own. You've also got to make it smart. And that's where the intelligence layer comes in. This is where we use AI and machine learning to make the network not just reactive to problems, but predictive.
So how does this actually work in the real world? Well, research into systems like this gives us a perfect example. A smart system can predict the best possible way to send you a video, anticipating network problems before they even happen. And the result? A much, much better experience. We're talking up to a 27% improvement in quality. That is the difference between a frustrating, buffering stream and one that's just perfectly seamless.
And with that resilient, intelligent foundation locked in place, we get to the most exciting part, the application layer. This is where we move way beyond just passively watching stuff. This layer enables a whole new generation of applications where we don't just watch, we get to participate, collaborate, and even co-create the experience itself.
But does all this actually matter to the bottom line? Oh, absolutely. When people can interact with content, they stick around for a lot longer.
We're talking about a 25 to 50% increase in watch time. For any business that's trying to build a loyal audience, that is a huge, huge win.
So it's really time to change the way we think about infrastructure. It's not just a cost center anymore, another line item on a budget. It's not just a utility. It should be seen as your new growth engine.
So, to put it all together real quick, the architectural foundation gives you the scale and resilience you need. The intelligence layer optimizes performance and protects your content. And that application layer, that's what creates those amazing, engaging experiences that truly drive loyalty and revenue.
The source material for this really puts it perfectly. Investing in the experience stack isn't about managing costs. It's about building the platform for future growth. It's a strategic shift, right? From playing defense to playing offense.
So I'll leave you with this one question to think about. Is your infrastructure today a liability, something that's just holding you back? Or is it an asset, a growth machine that's ready to propel you into the future of interactive experiences? The choice, really, is yours.